What's going on, everybody? Payneblade back here again with another podcast episode. Welcome to episode 7, guys. I apologize for the long hiatus. It's almost been a month, but I am here with my two co-hosts, Noorret and Classy.
Hello.
Hi, glad to be back after a long time.
Yeah, I'm wondering if people even recognize all of our voices at this point for this podcast. Yeah. This is it's actually pretty crazy, the amount of people that actually wanted this to come back. I don't know about you guys, but I've been getting a lot of questions of when this podcast returns.
Yeah, I did too. I mean, you know what it is? It's a lack of content. People want stuff. So, it comes out to the podcast too. They're bored with the game. They want other stuff to keep them busy.
For sure. And maybe it's listening to Classy's smoldering voice as well too. I get a lot of that compliments too. So well done, Classy. Yeah, calm voice. Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
Classy can make a go to sleep playlist and be like, "Hi, I'm Classy. I'm helping you go to sleep tonight."
I have one. Just go to YouTube and click NxB and Ninja Tribes.
Oh, nice. Nice. All right.
Good plug, sir. I like that. That worked out really well.
Yeah.
All right, Jen. So I think we have quite a bit to cover here, and not quite a bit to cover at the same time. It's kind of a weird situation. We've been off for a month. We've had 2 banners pass. We talked about the previous one with Autumn, our last guest, and now we're actually going to be talking about. I guess we should probably talk about the May and Oniki banner, since it was something that is still currently ongoing, but it's about to end in a day and a half. So, guys, 2 characters that have come out. I was surprised that one of them was an SR. Quite honestly, I thought both would be URs, considering Kisame and B were both URs. What did you guys think? Decent banner, good banner. Like, where was your minds with this? Did you guys pull for them? Who got what?
I think it's a good banner. It's May is really interesting, really good character. And Onoki is a good nuke for being a new power creep nuke. I think they're both solid characters. I don't think he needed to be UR, because he's kind of useless in anime, except for that one scene where he lightens the weight of the meteor. But aside from that, he doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, I thought it was a good filler banner. Like, sometimes the characters are not going to be interesting all the time, and some people probably are not that interested in these 2. But Bandai helped people get interested by adding new kits and effects and stuff. So that's cool to see. So I guess it kept the game interesting somewhat.
Yeah, the only thing I think I mentioned this to you, Payne, earlier, we were chatting or something, that I said that the very interesting thing about this banner was that Onoki's 3-star name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the fence sitter, and that Madara specifically always calls him the fence sitter when he refers to him.
Right. So right. Yeah, you did mention that.
I thought that was very cool, and it, probably a link for Madara whenever he does appear.
I know how disappointed you are when you saw the recent kit. The recent units. Kind of disappointed and kind of not, but we'll talk more about that.
Hey, I called it. Did I not say?
Yeah, you did.
A while back.
You did definitely call it. And kudos to actually a lot of people who called that one. I honestly, I've never thought in my wildest dreams that we'd be seeing these 2 come out now, but. We'll talk about this, of course, a little further down the line, but I don't even think they're anniversary characters, in my opinion. I know, Noorret, you think otherwise, but yeah, with May and Oniki, I mean, quite honestly, I think May is a stellar character to have on anyone's team at this point. I've been trying to fit her into every piece of content that I want to do, like ATB, Abyss, Arena, etc. And she fills a role in every single one of them. So, like you said, kudos to Bandai for having a filler banner with a really good character. And I've been saying this from day one. You give me a stickman with a good kit, I'll use them. I don't care if it's May. It could have been Chio again, and I would have used her if she had a good kit. So I'm glad at least it is a better, prettier looking version of a Kage.
She's but a sim Kage.
That's right. And at the same time, Oniki, like you said, like I said, he's probably going to be replaced fairly quickly, especially if you pull for someone like the new Sasuke. But he's a great free character for new players, especially to kind of dive into the power creep numbers. So yeah, I mean, the banner wasn't too bad, but one thing I did not like is the fact that we had no content for another 12 days. Yeah,
that was the stretch. I mean, it's on, to be honest, Abyss and Flashback Yonli are only so much, because once you beat them, it's just another skip. So yeah, it's they literally give you a new character, and it's all right, have fun for 2 weeks. Basically, here you go, leave me alone.
Yeah, and the crazy part I think the most exciting part of this banner, to be quite honest with you, was the fact that it was a shorter Abyss. It got everybody talking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And did you guys finish the Abyss? I'm curious, or how far did you guys get into it at least?
I got to 40, and then I just didn't care anymore.
Okay.
I didn't really, because I saw how many shards you just get one extra one.
You
I
get
was
one
like,
extra
whatever.
one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not that. Whatever.
Yeah. Like on server 8, I'm pretty sure it was B40. Like,
Oh, you got B40 as well too. That's
Yeah.
what the other. Okay, gotcha.
it gets to be a chore eventually where you have to keep resetting and stuff.
Yeah, and I think so far the B40, like I think 5 people have beaten it every single time, and it's going back to the old ways where, you know, there was only a handful of people that could beat the content, which I don't really like that idea. But it is actually pushing a lot of the free-to-play players to try harder, and it's actually creating a lot of buzz when they're beating floors. It makes them excited. For the OGs though, or the whales, it's kind of like, yeah, this is expected. But I kind of do like the fact that the difficulty levels are giving FTP players a run for their money, and they're super excited just beating one floor a day, and that's kind of cool. I kind of enjoy that part of it.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely adds something to the game, but at the same time, like it's been done before.
Yeah. So here's a funny thing. Like, all 3 of us have been playing for a very long time, right? We're jaded at this point for what Tribes offers and what Tribes comes out with. I'm trying to like think as a new player. If you were a new player downloading this game, because right now the advice from myself, Classy, yourself, whoever, is if you're gonna join Tribes, this would be the time to do it. It's the 1st year anniversary. As a new player coming into this game and seeing this content, what would you guys think? Like, it's hard to think that way now because, again, we're living it every day. But like, do you think Tribes now is in a good state where new players would actually feel good playing this game and want to stick around?
I think it's a really good game to start with, but this is what I was talking about to people today, is that being a whale is fun and all because you get to unlock everything, but when you get to, it's like you're capped. Like, once you beat everything, what is there really left to do? And you're just sitting there bored.
Yeah.
Whereas new players have so much to do. Because I remember when I started my alt a long time ago, I played on that account for like 4 days straight. And I didn't even care about my main because it was so much fun. I was just like blowing through everything, you know, doing the standard missions, elite missions, training missions, everything. And it was like a brand new game. And it is a lot of fun. But like, you don't get that same feeling being such a high level anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, Classy, like yourself, you're free to play on one of your accounts. Do you find your free to play account more fun than your whale account? Well, I mean, you don't have a whale account, but I mean, like, the one you played for Joel, right? Is that considered a whale or a dolphin, or
that's that's a whale, actually?
That's a whale account. Okay, so when you played
he's been whaling pretty hard.
Yeah, exactly. We know, like, I don't know if that was Joel's main, but when you played either of those accounts, what was more fun to you? I'm curious. Again, this is just for the new people joining the podcast and new players jumping on. If they're listening to this, I want to get the perspective from both.
Well, on both accounts, it's gotten to the point where like it's really hard to increase your power and stuff, and it just takes like so much resources just to upgrade a little bit.
Right.
So it's kind of like the same, even if it's a whale account, but like
right.
You still feel like you're not really able to achieve much every day. So you're just like doing your missions and just leaving.
Yeah, that is a real struggle. No, and no joke. Like, so since we started the Abyss and I got Maya 3 stars, I was able to push her to level 90 after 12 days. And that's literally like 3 times stamina refresh, obviously saving all my bentos, but you're absolutely right. After a certain point, it becomes obscene the amount of resources you need. So I'm very much looking forward to this anniversary, the new drills that they're going to give us. And I'm actually super happy, and we'll talk more about this, that the Ryo frogs aren't included in the gift box. I hope they're not. If they're giving us more pots, I'd rather go for more pots at the moment any day over Ryo, just because I have so many characters that are under-leveled.
I was actually going to talk about the Mei thing. I like Mei so much as a character, and I wanted to put her in my team eventually. But then it's such... I don't think the banner was the bait. I think investing into a new character and putting in all that stuff into it is the bait.
Yeah,
I think that's the bait. Because I think Mei is such a great character, but all I do every single day, I don't spend any of the large pots on her. I use everything but the large pot. And I think I've only gotten her to like 80 something, but I refuse to use anything else on her. Like, I'm not putting scrolls, I'm not putting talismans. That's all being saved for something, because I feel like there's more stuff coming. They just haven't pulled the curtain back yet.
No, for sure. Absolutely. 100% there's more stuff coming. And it's funny you say that, because I just had somebody who was messaging actually AJ for days for a while to say like, hey, can I get the Mei on server 1? Can I get the Mei frame? And then I guess they forgot about me. And then today I just hit first place at level 90. And they just contacted me instantly. And the person actually is part of ISC, so shout out to those guys. But I was like, yeah, AJ already told me I'm going to stop here. So it's like imagining myself having to stop. I can only imagine somebody who is trying to go for the frame that's not a whale. They apparently use 24 orbs to get them to first place. 24 orbs. Can you believe that? Like, that's just to get a May frame. So like stuff like that, like you're absolutely right, Noorret. It's such a tasking and daunting. It's just such a daunting task to do. To get somebody from 1 to like 90 plus now is insane amount of resources, and the game isn't built to manage that right now.
No, not at all. Like I think like 2,000 something of the largest pots, and that only gives me like 16 levels to like 92.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, it's insane. It's actually insane how much training pots you need.
Oh my god!
I forgot about arena coins. Those are so annoying.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I have no scrolls ever, and I only have Talisman.
That's from the Orochimaru shop, and then the Tower of Eternity. That's why I use the Orochimaru shop for it. I use it strictly for getting myself scrolls and talismans. Like,
yep, that's all every day. That's all I do at reset. I get that.
Yeah,
but it's even that's a little bit hard because you spend the resources to get that every day. So when you do get a character to level them up, you have to use that same resource to hit another. So it's like
it's cyclical.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough because like I've been saving this whole month, every single resource you can think of. I've been saving it just to like see what's coming. I'm looking at the sky right now. Hoping if Madre does come. I have everything possible to throw on him. But at the same time too, if he sucks, I'm gonna be pissed, and I'm just gonna like not purposely. I'm gonna keep him at level 1.
Oh my gosh!
Wow. No, please don't.
Yeah, please don't do that. So
if they're gonna make him bad, might as well just not release him.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about that. So let's jump on to the next thing. I think we've covered the main thing. So Naruto Sasuke banner. Okay, so Classy Noorret and I were talking about this. I personally think this is a pre-banner or pre-anniversary banner because it comes out in February. I also don't see any of the round 1, round 2 anniversary logos on the banner itself. The anniversary itself starts in March. So, I mean, there's telltale signs, but then Noorret did make a point that the new cover is the 3 tribes, right? The 2 tribes, or the 2 3-man tribes of Naruto and Sasuke, which could indicate that or could not. I mean, who knows, right? Who knows what Bandai's thinking right now? I don't know about you guys, but I personally love this banner. And I think, and I'm going to choose my words carefully here because a lot, unfortunately, is now weighing on what I'm saying, and I don't like that all the time. So a lot of people have been asking me, do I pull for Sasuke? So here's what I've been telling everybody. I think Sasuke is a fantastic, an incredible character. I'll go for that with that word right there. But if you're debating if you want to summon or not, that is something I'm going to leave with the rest of the audience. I personally, of course, will be summoning, but that's not my consensus for everybody, right? That's just me personally as a content creator. So I'm going to put this on you guys because I hate the pressure on me only. Are you planning to summon?
To answer that, if people asking if you just summon the character, look at your team comp and look at the characters that are coming out. If you need a nuker that stuns and builds chakra, kind of like a mini Sai, but he also stuns. I mean, to be honest, Sasuke's just busted. Like, let me be real. It's just busted. He gives chakra to the cell. I was talking to somebody today, like if you put him, like for instance, Sublime and Criminal can never jutsu on first turn because they can't generate. If you put him in the cell with them, I think they could hit it. So he's just a mini Sai. He buffs the team with his jutsu. He buffs attack. He stuns. Like, what doesn't he do? Yeah,
he burns also, right?
Yeah, he's really good. I think he's honestly really good. But at the same time, look at your team comp. If you have 7 other A units, like you could probably replace them. But like, look at what you have, and if you have the Shino Suspend, keep in mind it's not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed in this game. They could give you like 7 Karins. So it really depends on you. Like. Yes, I think the unit's busted. I'm sure others feel the same, but it's really on you. Like, we don't decide whether you get the character or not.
That's the thing.
Like, if you pull it or not,
that's the thing.
It's yeah.
What about you, Classy?
Right. So I'll first give my thoughts on like how he is as a unit. He basically takes a lot of the qualities from the best units, but like they did try to keep it balanced. First by toning down his chakra generation to only his active cell, and then giving him a vitality that isn't as strong as an A unit could have. So I guess that keeps him balanced, but he still has a lot of really strong attributes like buffing attack and then having stuns, and the attack buffs can affect everybody on your team, I'm pretty sure, so that's really strong. But I guess for a stunner, you kind of want him to be last for PvP stuff, but for an attack buffer, you want him to be first. So that is something that's contradictory. That was probably overlooked in the design. But overall, I think he's a really good unit, and his art and stuff look really cool. And of course, they got Naruto. Well, Naruto is really good, but they always make Naruto weaker than Sasuke for some reason.
As Noorret said, if you look at your team comp, it doesn't hurt to have an extra character like him on your team. I think he's going to be pretty much used everywhere. I'm actually trying to think of a strategy here that I can do 2 tribes in an FG without Choji, Blossom, and him, with Sai and somebody else creating chakra. So I'm thinking of a strategy here to do that as well for 2 tribes. So I mean, the thing that he brings to the table that a lot of characters don't do as an A unit is his versatility, right? Like we talked about earlier, a lot of A units are just straight nukes. They're meant to do big numbers, but not a lot of people are. Let's use Neji as an example. Are a Neji mixed with a, like we said, Tsunade with the chakra and Neji as well too. Our Naruto Kage A unit, for example, gives attack up. So I mean, he does bring a lot to the table, and I'm gonna say this now. More importantly than how good is he as a character is what link bonus is he going to be for the anniversary units. People tend to forget that, right? It's like, if you want Madara, for example, let's just say Madara is the next character, right? And because he's an Uchiha, his link bonus might be with Kid Sasuke. So if you don't pull for Kid Sasuke, and this is how Bandai gets you by the balls, and you want Madara frame, you kind of
done.
Oh yeah,
it's done. You're done. You can't get that frame
Right?
anymore.
So not only is it going to be tooth and nail battles for these frames, at this point, friendship is out the window for these guys. I know for a fact people will want the only rainbow frame. It's 100% guaranteed at this point, because there are so many simps out there, and Noorret, I know you're one of them. But people forget that, like, it's not just about pulling a great character. It's what not having that character will entail for you in the future. So that's my call. And this is what I was saying originally about Obito and Kid Kakashi. A lot of people didn't pull Obito because they thought, hey, it's a lackluster kit. You knew he was going to be a Mac truck when he hits. And the first thing I said was he's most likely going to be a link for somebody coming up. And he was a link for Minato, right? So it's cyclical, guys. And that's the one thing I want to point out. Yes, the unit's great, but you have to think of the future. What character are you looking for? Sasuke's an Uchiha. Madara's an Uchiha. There's got to be a link there if Madara's a unit coming out in the anniversary. There has to be a link. So
Obito is a Uchiha too.
Correct. Obito's an Uchiha as well too, right? Exactly. So that's the point, Classy NxB, like I'm trying to make is like, yes, the unit's great. Should you pull on it based on the unit? Absolutely. But you also got to think of the second aspect of things, and that is how powerful the future unit's going to be if you don't have these units. Let's say Madara is the best nuke in the game. You're missing 20% attack. That's pretty massive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, Madara and Obito have like a lot of connections in the story, so I'm like pretty sure Obito.
Yeah, I'm sure Obito, because he's the one who takes him from when he had his date with the boulder. So
right,
I'm sure he's gonna be with him. It makes sense to also have just a bunch of Uchihas with him, and of course if Hashirama releases with him as well.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of my take on it. Now, let's go to Naruto, because we're not giving him any love at all. Now, here's a lot of people are like, hey, he's a free unit. Do I get him? A lot of people are pissed that he's also a D unit and he's free again. So like, pretty much Killer B covers what he does to most extents, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, they're like really similar.
They're very similar. I think the only difference realistically is Naruto's a better nuke because he does 30% more damage to A units, while Killer B does damage increase rate down. So, I mean, realistically, he's a better tank. So Killer B's a better tank, but Naruto's a better D nuke. So, I mean, again, the crazy thing, though, this is what threw me completely off today when I saw this. So we were joking during the live stream, AJ and I. AJ said, imagine the Sasuke. He's like, I would imagine the Sasuke trio tribe is an A tribe. And I'm looking at the picture, and it's Papa Sasuke, Hebi, and the new A Sasuke. And I'm like, yeah, what do you think is going to be, a T tribe? And lo and behold, today it's a fucking T tribe. Excuse my language.
Of course,
it's a T tribe.
Edit that.
I'm shocked. Like I don't know where the like. Even if you were to sub SR Heavy, which is the only other substitute for Heavy, he's a D unit. So where do you get, like, I don't know where somebody sits there and does algebra. I was like, yo, like, this is how this works. Like, yo, whatever they're thinking at Bandai, they're on something. So that should have been an A tribe. and it also, to say the next thing, the Naruto 3-man tribe has a 60% chance to stun. None of the units stun.
Yeah.
So
they're
like,
it's the buffet line effect, remember?
yeah, right.
It's the buffet line effect.
they're doing the same thing again, where they just pull stuff out of a hat. to
Yeah.
add.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's no rhyme or reason. Like, you know, the tribes used to at least equate to the characters' kits to some extent. Now it's like, you know what, the tribes can do anything. Now I don't know if this is special because it's a generation of different characters, like of the same character, and that's what's causing this to happen. But even like the 2-man tribe between Naruto and Sasuke have a confuse. Like none of them have a confuse. Like where is this happening? So, anyways. I think it's a great banner. I'm gonna stick to my thing about it being a pre-anniversary banner. I think a lot of people agree, but a lot of people also, like Noorret, think that this is actually the start of the anniversary. So,
my main thing about this is when it releases. Wait, did it say if it's for 14 days? Like, is this going to be a 14-day thing?
Nobody said,
like,
actually.
Nobody knows. Okay, so when it releases, if it says 30 days, then that's the anniversary.
Right. Yes, you're right.
So if it's a 14, I don't think any units have been revealed yet.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because Bandai has a thing that whenever it is an anniversary unit, it's always the cover screen.
Right.
So like they updated the cover screen. Every single game has always, when there's an anniversary unit, it becomes the title of the game. So if this isn't it, then the ones that are coming May 2nd, and it might be like a little surprise. But then again, I mean, it would have been data mined. So
wait, you mean March 2nd?
March 2nd, yeah. If it hasn't been data mined, then I don't know how they're gonna add new units. March 2nd.
Yeah, poor Boruto, man. To have your name on the cover and not be on the cover anymore, that is a slap in the freaking face, man. I don't even know what to say about that.
They'll do something with him. They'll, like, you know, they'll ignore him again.
Yeah, I know. And I honestly, I'm hoping we do get the Momoshiki Kinshiki or Papa Sasuke version of him. And I mean, we already have Papa Sasuke in the game, and he's obviously the king of the actual tribe specials, but they need to release a brand new, better version of him, which would be kind of cool to replace the old one with a better one. So,
oh yeah, somebody mentioned that, like how the arts on the title screen are like completely
different, right?
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, like it's just it's cool art. It's really nice art. It's like way nicer to look at than the previous art. But yeah, I don't know. I hope they're not the anniversary units, because I still want more units to come out. But I really do think they are, because of the fact that, like I said, it's a pivotal moment in the anime, the Final Valley battle between them. It is the units, and it is the cover screen for the whole game right now.
So here's a question for you. A lot of people, so you're saying Final Valley. A lot of people think this is the Haku fight.
Really?
Yeah, everyone's saying this because the scratch that he has on his face on Sasuke. Like I said that yesterday personally, because I saw the scratch.
Yeah,
and I'm noticing. Yeah, and it's also the volume cover 1 of the manga.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people don't think this is the Final Valley characters. They think this is actually the characters from the Haku fight.
It is, I'm pretty sure. And also they had the frames like from this season, which ends tomorrow. It was Zabuza and Haku, which is kind of and the tribe is like what they used on Zabuza.
Right,
like,
right.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, so that kind of, I hope it is the anniversary units, and then they really hit us with the Haku units.
Yeah.
That would kind of, I mean, I've been so salty about this game lately, but I really want the anniversary to be successful.
Oh, for sure.
Because, you know, it's a game that we all play and enjoy, but it's just, how many more weeks do we gotta wait?
Exactly. And so, I mean, with that being said, though, like you said, you want the anniversary to be successful. Let's actually dive into a little bit of what the anniversary is offering new players and us. Like, so first thing, obviously, the most notable thing is going to be the 10 times daily summons, right? The multi that we're getting for free.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you guys think this will last the whole month?
Yeah, well, maybe not the whole month. Wait, hold on, let me go. I gotta go look at the image, because I think I could make it out if I look at the size of it. 10 times daily summon. I think it might be 15 days. It looks like, because normally when it's 30 days, it's long and rectangular, and when it's not, it's like a little long and wide. That's when it's 15 days. Because remember, they've done this.
What are we talking about right now? Long and wide, long. Like, are we talking?
We're talking about the box art.
All right. I just want to make sure.
Screen?
Yeah. And I hear words, and that kind of throws me off a little bit right now.
You're worried about a carbon.
For the Rene Festival did they give rewards only for 15 days? Like the login?
They have done it before. They give really good rewards for 15 days, and then
Oh,
it
that
ends
makes
a good
sense,
way.
yeah.
Yeah, they
They're
have.
probably gonna do that, like 15 days of the stuff, like the Shino coins and stuff, and then
Yeah,
the other
because
15 you just do it on your own.
from what I see, they're gonna give away daily 10 times summons. They're gonna give away up to 5,000 Shinos, and they're gonna give away 11 UR tickets to redeem. With,
Wait, is it 11 or 1?
it's 11. Wait, is it?
It's 1. It's 1.
Oh, it is 1. What? All right, that sucks.
Yeah, everybody keeps getting baited by that.
Yeah, because it looks like 11. I just clicked on it. It is 1. That kind of sucks. I thought it was 11. Now I'm like, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't care about that image anymore.
That'd be wild if it was 11. I would have been shocked. That's way
Yeah.
above Bandai's generosity levels. Somebody would have got fired 100% or thrown out of a building. One of the two would have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, at least we get that. So listen, even if it's 15 days, that's still a lot of multis. Like that's 15 multis, and hopefully people don't get shafted on those. Because I can only imagine people complaining about free multis and being shafted on those.
Oh no! I mean, think about it. We pay to get shafted. Of course, the free ones are gonna provide some solid
At
shafting.
least some lube is provided this time, folks.
Yeah.
At least.
At least it's free this time.
Exactly.
But you can only do it for the legend summon, right?
That's right. So
Yeah,
every character
uh-huh.
prior, which is still every character minus the Sasuke, so it doesn't really make a difference,
Mhm.
right? The only problem, of course, is the UR pool is so damn massive now. You might be pulling Karin's 15 times every day. I apologize if I just cursed anybody, but
Hey, but keep in mind, it's a free Corinne pull. You didn't pay for this one.
exactly. You might get up to 7 stars.
Probably like these pulls are just gonna be either links or just like extra frags.
Oh,
Because
for sure.
you're not
I mean,
gonna be able to do much if you pull one at 3 stars.
Exactly.
This is already a positive over the mid anniversary because they didn't have any like this for the mid
Absolutely.
anniversary.
It's huge.
Yeah.
So,
Huge.
yeah, I'm just, you know what it is, like my whole anniversary right now is like falling on that word some on their tweets and some on the login screen.
Yeah.
Like that's all I'm like holding out on right
They
now.
always have more under their they always have more under the sleeves. They always do. Like Bandai's notorious for that. Like you remember every single announcement we had with all those damn question marks and how much hype that brought, and every single week we were like something new. Like they definitely are. In this case, I think it's actually even smarter to do it this way, where they're not even giving us question marks. They're just letting us ponder. Like, you know, start the guessing game at this point.
Mhm.
Like obviously it's nice to know something's coming, but we know something is coming. So in that regard, I actually don't mind the hype here, especially as a content creator. It gives me a lot of things I can work with, a lot of theories and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it does help in that regard. But the anticipation is so damn high, so Bandai cannot fail here. One thing I will say, I do love the new first 1 year anniversary boxes. I wanted to talk about this real quick because this is a little confusing to me. So I brought this topic up today. We know we can get the Naruto fragment. So Naruto for whales is going to be a 7-star UR, right?
Yeah.
Naruto.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You know the gift baskets that are dropping for yeah. So they're dropping Naruto UR fragments for you. Like
It's
the
just
new
like
Naruto.
the Rene festival.
Oh, it's only UR frags, or it's every Naruto character?
No, so it's every Naruto character with the ability for UR frags, right? But also they have the ability to drop other URs that were released prior to February. So here is the crazy thing about this. So every character says anything prior to February, but then they have a picture of May, sorry. And I'm confused because she's after February. She's
so screwed up.
So that's the thing. Did they screw up on the wording or the picture? Because if the picture's correct, that means we can also get the Sasuke fragments from there because he's technically February as well. So that means whales can possibly get a 7-star Sasuke and a 7-star Naruto UR kid version.
Oh my! I mean, that would be really busted.
That would be insane.
7-star Sasuke for as in the one that's releasing right
The
now.
one that's releasing right now.
The kid one.
You know,
Yeah,
I don't
that
think
would be
they're
nuts.
that. I don't think they're that
Well,
nice.
Again, just look at the picture of the early leaks, right? Again, May is in there, Minato's in there, Orochimaru's in there. So
I think somebody just kind of messed up.
so somebody's being thrown out of a building at Bandai. Okay, so that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, through a Zoom call, they're getting chucked right now.
Yeah, that's right. So like we're listening to this right now. Yeah, so that kind of. So I've been telling people that's another reason to pull. So I will test on everyone's behalf. I'm sure a lot of other people will as well. So when I pull Sasuke, I'm going to do a lot of mission assistance things until I see if I get a frag. I'll do maybe about like 3,000 stamina worth, And if I don't get one of him, I think it'll be safe to say you can't get his fragments. But if you can get his fragments, guys, I think that makes Sasuke worthwhile pulling 100%.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because not only is it FG, you can also get his fragments now from the mission assistants too, or not, whatever the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd make him like 6-star probably on average.
Right.
So
Right, for the average player.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's good. It's good. Like basically, if you have bentos and you've been saving them up, you get ready.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, you can do your stam refreshes for like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, just stam refreshes should be times 10 in my opinion. At this point, I wouldn't even care about characters. I want a 7-star UR. There's no way they'll bring up any other character that can beat a 7-star Sasuke, even at 5-star. Even if it's the best character, that kit is insane. So right, and at the same time, they're giving out weapon fragments. So the question is, while the banner's going on for Naruto, because for Naruto and Sasuke, can you get their weapon fragments? Right?
No, it says. I think they always announce when you get the weapon frags, because they just announced you could get Mei's and Onoki's.
Right.
So I think you have to wait for their announcement.
Right, and that's what I'm thinking. So when the anniversary drops, the official anniversary, I wonder if that announced, because it does say you can get weapon fragments for characters in those boxes. So I wonder, because it says February characters again, if Naruto and let me go back to that. I'm gonna quickly jump onto the main cord real quick, guys.
I was just reviewing all that over.
Yeah. Yeah,
so I did see the Mei image, and I was like, that makes no sense.
Yeah. So if we look at it, I just want to see if I can find the.
I also see the sad Orochimaru that will probably not be used.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
2020 Orochimaru.
Poor guy, man. I feel so bad for him. He's been shafted more than anybody in this game.
He's been shafted in the anime too.
Yeah, exactly.
His best version was his launch version.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. Hold on a sec, guys. Sorry. Jumping in here trying to find it. Okay, so here it is. I'm looking at it right now. I'm gonna see if I can. So I mean, if that's possible. So I mean, realistically though, the boxes will last for 30 days, right? So technically, after the Naruto and the Sasuke banner is over, technically the weapons are available. So maybe they will add it to the box after the banner is over. Because right now I'm looking at it and it does say get Naruto fragments, weapon awakening pieces, and shinobi leveling fragments. And it does have Kid Naruto's weapon as well. Oh, sorry, it has Kid Naruto's fragments, but not his weapon. It only has SR Naruto's weapon.
Yeah, 15 days of potentially getting weapon frags should be good for help.
So what do? Do you wait till the banner's over and then you start doing your mass pull so you can get the weapon fragments maximum?
I don't think that's how it would work. I think the boxes are coded already.
Yeah.
So like they're coded to. I don't think they would update. I mean, then again, this comes to another thing that I've been thinking about. Like, you know how we always get all the info from the data mines. If we have not found, if like nothing else has been found at the data mine, what are we really going to be getting the second, except for maybe like a blast from like the the daily event thing?
Well, they are going to do more updates as banners come out.
Yeah, I mean they could just update it in the middle.
Absolutely.
I don't see why.
No, but they always announce. They've never done like a shadow update without telling people.
Yeah, they have.
Remember we didn't find Minato and we didn't find Six Tails in the.
They hide stuff in there.
Oh, okay. I mean, but I'm sure people have been scouring the files now more than ever.
Yeah.
I'm sure like every single like kilobyte of information has been looked at right now.
You know what the crazy thing about that, Noorret, though, is it's very easy to hide something within an existing file and then release it shadow. We know how notorious these guys are for shadow releasing. Like, for example, look at the Akatsuki tribe, right? When they did the update and buff, we get no notification until the day of.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll do stuff like that, and then they'll let us know day of. Like, I was saying this to somebody. This is the worst game for communication between community and devs. I've never seen a game. Like,
of course.
Like, you look at the bugs and it says issue with iOS 11.4. What is the issue? What should people remember when we got the 35 Shino coins for the bulletin board?
What was that?
Did anybody know what was wrong with the bulletin board?
It exists.
Yeah. You don't even have a glossary of what everything does.
That's what I'm saying.
That you need in this game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we just, after 12 months, may have found out that debuffs do stack. Like even then, I showed it to like other testing people, and shout out to Sauce for getting me this information and the guys who put work into this. But like his information looks sound. Then I gave it to other testers, and they're like, wait, these numbers are way too small to make a difference. So like we shouldn't have to be doing this and fighting amongst each other to figure out what is actually right. I still think they stack because the numbers look sound to me, so I'm sticking with that now. I was wrong in the beginning, but my point is 12 months.
I think it's COVID related, man. Like I wanna say that they're making money and they wanna get, because like look, we get all our information off the Japanese tribe's Twitter. We don't even have like like a US or like an English based like Twitter account in 2021. They don't even have a Twitter account for the game.
Unbelievable.
I really think it's COVID related because everything is just it's garbage right now. Like I recently got into like trading card games again.
Mm-hmm.
I also like Digimon a lot, and a new Digimon card game came out that's really interesting, and I really want to play it. And it's really cheap. It's made by Bandai. The starter decks are $10. They're really cheap, and they're sold out everywhere.
Really?
Yeah, they're retailing for like $50. People are scalping them right now.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, and like it's Bandai related, and I just think Bandai cannot produce anything. Look at Pokemon. Pokemon cards are rare now because they can't produce them because they have nobody in the factory.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Wow. Yeah, it's wild. It's and you're probably right because the same thing hit Square Enix, right, where they don't have any staff working on games right now because of COVID, because it ran rampant in their offices. So all the graphic designers, developers, all the scripters, everyone's gone home now and nobody can work. So yeah, no, there's a lot of delays for and quite honestly, nowadays mobile games aren't just little things. They're massive. Like they're
$1 million companies.
Absolutely.
Like they make like look at freaking Clash of Clans. That game is still around.
Yeah, exactly.
That game is still. I played that game. I don't even know on what iPhone I had when I played that game, and it's still around and it's still making so much money.
Yeah, no, I agree.
People were playing it on like iPhone 3 or something.
Yeah, Angry Birds 2. There's never been that game is still getting updates, and I see ads for it all the time. And I think I was like, I don't even know how old I was when Angry Birds 2 came out. Jeez.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of these brands have lasting like value, and Naruto is Naruto. It's one of the biggest animes ever.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm getting kind of upset about some of these big IPs, right? Because they fall into the wrong hands, and with great power comes great responsibility. Thank you, Ben Parker. But like some of these developers that get a hold of official licenses just do a crap job. And I will say, like, this game is not one of those. I actually enjoy it. This is the longest gacha game I've played since Seven Deadly Sins. Like, and Seven Deadly Sins on a production level is like 1,000 times better than this game. And I'm seriously saying that. Like, from anime to story to graphics to the game design. But there's something about this game just sucks people in, and I think it's just the simplicity of it, right? That makes this game so beautiful. But yeah, like eventually that simplicity becomes too simple, and people stop caring. So hopefully, again, guys, hopefully the anniversary delivers. We've got a couple good things coming. It's funny, we've been saying all we want is content and content and content, and that to me is what's going to make this successful. Is if we get something brand new that we can actually enjoy for a longer period of time than just one day.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. Content is lasting. Resources, you'll run out of things to use the resources on. Like, because right now all they have announced is basically resources. They're giving us shards, they're giving us Rio, they're giving us, stuff to use this on, units so we can level them up. But aside from that, what are you going to use those units on? Missions that you skip every day? Arena, which you like probably skip every day as well. It's like you need the content to match the resource spend.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah. Well, actually, speaking of that, like, what do you guys think about this compared to the Rene Festival? I feel like it's like pretty even so far based on what we've seen.
It's 2.0, I think. It literally looks like 2.0. Like, oh, they liked it. Let's do it again.
Yeah, like they switched out some of the rewards for other things.
Yeah, because Rin and Naruto isn't around, so they just kind of like replaced Rin and Naruto with every other UR, I guess.
I mean, there's a couple of pretty drastic differences that I enjoy. So one I talked about with Noorret when you were coming online there, Classy, was and I hope they don't have this, is taking away the Ryo frogs.
Yeah.
I think I think they learned from their mistake there. They realized that was literally the crutch that made whales not advance far enough. And the moment they noticed how far in advance we got because of Ryo, I think they realized, holy crap, we can't do that again. Because I mean, if they had delivered that again, you guys know whales would be hitting like 100 or 1 million speed at this point, easily. Like something stupid, right? Not obviously not a million, but it's something obscene. So I think that replacing that with more fragments for URs is a great thing to do. So I think that was a big thing. Noorret mentioned this earlier. Having the daily multi-summons is a wicked way for people to save Shino coins. Right?
Yeah.
So imagine like you're waiting for, let's say, Madara and Hashirama or Tobirama or whoever, and you're like, you know what, there's an inkling they may show up. If you can do your multis once a day, that takes care of that whole craving of summoning. And now you can actually save your Shino coins for the banner that you care about. So I think that was a smart move. And that was a key one for us too. We're probably going to get a step-up banner, the 3, 6, 9 guaranteed multis. And I'm curious to see if there's an EF banner along the way too. So I think in that regard, they did a great job. So they balanced things a little better. I think they learned from their first mistake. The characters themselves, I think, are very equal to what was coming out, because we had Kid Kakashi and Obito right before the the Christmas one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the only thing they're really lacking here, because if you compare the two, like Naruto, Kid Kakashi, sure, there's not really much comparison. They're different characters, but Obito and Sasuke, pretty good comparison. Both are really good. The only thing they're missing right now, and I hope they announce it, is a free-to-play character.
Oh yeah, they need that.
Yeah, that has to happen.
I don't know. I have so many mixed feelings about like what's coming and what isn't, because I really want it to be fun, but like at the same time, like I'm thinking like there has to be a unit that releases that is going to be available for 30 days, kind of like how Minato and Six Tails was.
Yeah, agreed.
There has to be something like that. Like unless like they're planning on releasing every 2 weeks anniversary level like characters for the rest of the month, that could be something that they do as well.
Right.
But
which they did in the 6-month anniversary. That's what happened, right? We had SMJ, SMN, and then we had CM2 and Orochimaru. And it was 2 weeks. There were no 30-day characters at that point.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like they have to like block, because you cannot have the 6-month anniversary be better than the yearly.
No, it won't be.
You can't let it. I mean, the Rina inclusion is good because everyone loved that. So why not bring that back? It's an easy W from the community, but they need to have some sort of content. Like, there's no way that this, like, because what did we get realistically in the 6-month anniversary?
I think ATB was released. That was the big one.
ATB was released.
Right.
Everyone loved it. Nobody disliked it.
That's right. Well, people hated it because of the 2-hour window, but yeah, the content purpose wise, it was incredible.
Yeah. Okay. We got limit breaks as well, right? Limit break, I think.
I think that was before LB2. I think happened during SR Heavy's release, which was right before the 6-month anniversary. I could be wrong.
It was on the roadmap. I think it was on the roadmap.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
It was on the roadmap because
right.
They announced the whole limit break thing was on the roadmap.
Yeah, was it though? Because I remember in my video telling people to save 150 SR Heavy fragments for LB6. So I think I would have known what second one was already. I could be wrong, but it was around that time.
I can't remember. It was around that time. I can't remember exactly. We would have to look, but I feel like they released like a bunch of cool content-wise stuff. But the thing about this game right now is that aside from the level cap that they gave us randomly from 84 to 105, they haven't really given us any standard missions, any elite missions. They could easily release that. They could easily release more floors to the Tower of Eternity with new characters. They could easily add more of the daily Gold Rush and EXP drills.
Give like more damn blessing levels, please.
Yeah, that too. I mean, what about arena? The arena points. I have 27 million right now.
I'm at 34. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like these are things that it's just incremental. It doesn't take that much. It's incremental things that you could just add to give people more content.
I wish they could get one of the community members to work for them. Like they have no idea what we like.
I wish they would acknowledge that they had a community.
For real. And it's crazy because they're like, I said this in a previous podcast, like we've got some pretty big YouTubers covering this now. Like I'm considered very small still in my state. I'm at like 5+ K now, but I might be the biggest content creator for tribes, but there are bigger content creators who cover tribes. So for example, Shiny's at 100K, I think PS3 or PS4, I forgot his name, sorry, I might be butchering that one, but I think he's like over 100K and he covers tribes, right? So I mean, like, you've got pretty good content creators covering these kind of things. So like, why are you guys not noticing? Because a lot of the times these companies do notice YouTube and content creators. You know, they team up with them sometimes, they'll endorse them, etc. So yeah, you know,
like ads, even ads, like paid ads.
Even ads, exactly. Because the crazy part is, it's not just Bandai. If you look at the cover, it's also Cryware. And Cryware is a massive role-playing company. Like, I'm talking about one of the three big ones. There's Atlas, Cryware, and there is Square Enix. Like, they sit very similar to one another, like in terms of dollar value. So it baffles me that you got two multi-billion-dollar companies backing you and you can't do announcements.
I really just hope that, you know, when all this pandemic stuff blows over, I hope that it's just that they haven't hired a community manager, they haven't hired anyone, because keep in mind, it's been over a year now, and it did hit Asia before us.
Yeah
So they've been affected way more than us before we got it, you know, before anyone in the North America took it seriously.
Can I say something though real quick about that whole COVID situation, and maybe that's causing it? So I'm starting to realize something about tribes. I don't know if this is just me, guys. I think we give too much credit to the game in terms of what we're looking for. I think we overhype ourselves, knowing how like I said before, how simple the game really is. Like, we expect to walk in to open the doors and see a Rolls Royce. Realistically, we're gonna see a Honda Civic every single time, right? So to me, it's like, I want all these things, and I've started to realize that a lot of the things I want are wish lists, not necessarily things that may ever happen. So for example, a simple one, transforming units. This game is easy enough to make that happen with the amount of units we have. Everybody wants it. It'll probably never happen. Second thing, even an easier one, converting all your rare fragments to SR fragments to UR fragments somehow. A simple trade system. I don't even think that'll ever happen. And I only say this because I'm seeing, like you guys just mentioned, it's called Tower of Eternity, not Tower of 70 Floors, right? It's not called, you know, you know, you accumulate blessing level for a reason. Why haven't you raised it over a year? Like, simple things like that, which are just quality of life situations, aren't even being done. So I have no confidence that my wish list is going to be ever like looked at or accomplished before this game shuts, if it ever shuts down. Well, I'm sure it will. It's a gacha game. They all do. So I'm starting to become to the point where, like, I'm starting to like lower my expectations, and I feel like I'm enjoying the game more that way.
I just want a glossary, man. It's really not that hard.
That's what I mean, right? A simple glossary, like, you know, practice dummies, places we can test things and actually figure it out. So there's no, like, and that's another thing. It's been crazy. It's the whole test. I didn't realize this game became math, right?
Yeah.
It's now everybody's so into the numbers and everyone's trying to prove each other wrong. Like, it's gotten to the point where it's like, yo, when did we start playing a math game? Like, I graduated university. I'm not doing school stuff anymore. Like, I'm just enjoying the game. If I'm beating content, I'm doing something right. If I'm not beating content, I can adjust based on the character's kits. I don't have to crunch down every number. Not to say that's a bad thing. It's a great thing to do. But what it's done, and the point is with what you said, Classy, is the lack of glossary. It's made us all play a guessing game. And the problem is, when you make people play guessing games, they think their guess is correct. And then egos clash, and then communities rift, and then people start breaking apart. Like, I recall when we were all used to be one giant community of like positive players who just wanted to do everything. That is no longer the case anymore. And by introducing a glossary or a test system, you now eliminate that toxicity for the most part, and now people can just use hard facts.
Yeah, math tends to do that to people.
Absolutely.
True.
Back in the great times when they were all just wearing little, you know, their little sachets there and
togas.
Yeah, oh, thank you. That's what they're called. You know, sitting around, you know, with their things hanging out and just talking about math, and someone slaps somebody because they got the math equation wrong. Like, that's virtually happening right now. Outfit and all. I'm sure it is happening right now, outfit and all.
I mean, nobody's dressed. Everyone's at home. So
making people out here running amok. Yeah, it's crazy. So, like, you know, simple things like that. And that's why I'm saying, like, I think by lowering my expectations, I've now started to enjoy the game a lot more for what it is. You know, it's a simple animation game with good team building exercises and a great community. It's really good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I still want the things though.
Oh, for sure.
Please still go over my list of demands.
Yeah, absolutely. We still want the spinners. We still want the spoiler. We still want the Altezza lights. I'm dating myself. Those are like 92 products for a car. But yeah, I mean, like it's crazy. I mean that some of these things aren't even implemented yet. So thinking of new content, maybe I should be something smaller.
I really am just crossing my fingers and thinking it's just they haven't hired a community manager. They haven't hired like the proper people to of course the game designers are there, the character creation and whatever is all there. But the fact that they have such a small outreach to anything is kind of crazy for it being actually Naruto too.
Yeah, absolutely. And to your point, I know a lot of gacha games, the companies usually hire somebody who's reputable within the community to be their mod.
Yeah.
Right. And they haven't even done, like, they haven't reached, like you said, they haven't reached out the community. And if they do, it's most likely going to be the Japanese community.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Rather than the English community, because we know Japanese people spend way more money than North Americans do.
Yeah, in gacha games. I mean, Absolutely. They invented the goddamn thing.
Absolutely. So, I mean, the fact that we don't have a moderator that is officially, like, Kua was the closest thing we had to this game that was tied to this game somehow. And he is very inactive on Discord, which he actually owns. So like he has moderators to do that, but he doesn't get any leaks any quicker than we do. He doesn't get any updates. He doesn't have any type of control or say. It's wild to me. It's crazy.
Yeah, hopefully it's just this whole pandemic thing. Hopefully, because if the pandemic comes and goes and like a year from now, everything's back to normal. Crossing my fingers, hopefully, and it stays the same. It's like, well, I guess you just don't care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've talked to this to death. I'm still super excited. I'm still super psyched. I'm hopeful.
I am
for this, and I hope you guys are. So, Noorret, you are. I know, Classy, I'm pretty sure you are as well.
Yeah, I mean, I need something that bring me back. I need something that like pull me back.
For sure.
Yeah, there's nothing to do right now, man. Sure. It's like, look, you got back into 7 Deadly Sins again. I'm playing Genshin now. I never thought I'd be playing that, but I'm playing Genshin now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like everyone's kind of like taking the back seat right now because of the fact that there is absolutely nothing.
Well, the crazy thing about this game was it was always meant to be a side game.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But it was a fun side game so much the fact that it became a main game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And kudos to that. Like kudos to that, right? Like you kind of took your side chick and made her a main chick and now you regret it. You're like, oh damn, I had something better before, right? So like honey, that has nothing to do with anything. But yeah, no, like, so it's crazy. And that's why I give it credit. Like it did what it's supposed to do really well. And it did distract from the fact that this is really a simple game at the end of the day, right? It's crazy. Most of the conversations in this game happen between, like I said, the math behind what a character does, or, the fights over who's a better character. Like the vibe happens from the content creators and the community, not the game itself.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to bring up, I know when you on stream, when you saw the Naruto with the first and the globe, what did you think?
Oh, global. First thing I said was global. We all said it. Every single person on that stream said global. And then we saw that it was a browser.
Yeah, it's the browser thingy, isn't it?
Yeah, the browser logo.
Yeah.
Unlucky. Wait, browser logo for what?
Yeah, so the world with the browser, it's like so when you log in to the browser version, that's the logo you get. So it's the app versus the browser logo.
When you log into the game in the browser, you can like download it with air quotes to your computer. That's what the logo looks like now.
Yeah,
it's still technically
you could download the game on your computer.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so you don't have to keep going to the browser anymore.
Yeah. It's like.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Okay, no, because I thought that was because they put first in the picture.
Yeah,
I thought that was going to be like a global leaderboard for characters.
No, I wish.
If you use the browser, you should try it. It's better than actually like going onto the browser.
Yeah, I'm gonna test that out.
I have no idea how to do that. I didn't even know they had that because I'm on the browser version right now.
Yeah, you have to look at the top bar where you type in your URL, and there should be like a plus sign somewhere around there. At least on Google Chrome.
Oh, install Naruto export. So try.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I see it. It literally is the browser icon now.
Guys, so curious now though. Now that they have that icon, can people who don't have who have to use VPN, can they click and download and actually play it now without VPN?
No, you would still need the VPN because it's still, because even if you have the app downloaded on your phone, I don't know if some people on Android have seen this. If you have connection issues, it still goes to your Chrome and tells you have no signal. So it is still a browser game through the app.
Right.
So yeah.
This thing has been around like since the beginning, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I had no idea. This is the first time I ever realized that they had. I literally just downloaded it on the browser. I just did it.
Log in, you get yourself a 3 Naruto SR.
No, I always play on browser. I just didn't know you could download it.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So, guys, you guys want to talk about? I mean, we missed a whole slew of Boruto chapters, and this is not even a spoiler anymore. Do we want to talk about it?
I think we should still give spoiler warning for those.
Fair enough.
Like for the 3 people who are gonna comment and be like, "I can't believe you spoiled it for me."
All right, Noorret or Classy, do the honors for the counting down up to 5. Let's give them 5 seconds.
Yeah, 5.
All right, go ahead. One of you guys want to count down?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You've been warned.
Naruto's dead. No, I'm kidding. I'm just joking.
Well,
Sasuke's dead.
Yeah, somebody's dead. But it is neither of one of those.
They're basically both retired at this point.
Yeah, they may as well be, right?
Yeah, but we spoke about this too. Remember, I said either they die or they get retired. Like, basically, it's going to be a retirement home in Konoha.
On episode 2 of the podcast, I'm pretty sure me and Leon Line said that Kurama was gonna die.
No, I
you did. One of you did mention that Kurama would die instead of Naruto. Yeah.
Yeah, that was me on the previous one. I think I said, imagine they kill off Kurama.
It makes sense.
It does make sense.
I don't think he's dead though.
No, he's dead. 100% he's dead.
No, because whenever the tailed beasts die, they just regenerate.
Yeah, but I mean, it won't be Naruto's lifetime though.
Yeah, no. So I think that Kurama will appear again, but he just won't be like. They could pull that anime trope of, "Oh, hi, I'm Kurama. I don't know who you are."
Imagine he goes into Boruto.
Nah, that'd be stupid. But
what?
I feel like that would be so stupid.
I would love that.
No, that'd be so. Well, I mean, he would get more screen time because everyone loves Kurama.
Exactly.
But not. I don't think his personality gels kind of like how Naruto was with Kurama.
Well, he says, if you overdo it, you'll end up joining me in no time. So where are they gonna go besides death?
With Naruto, you mean?
Well, like when Kurama disappears,
he says. Well, he's saying you don't have superhuman strength anymore and healing.
Yeah, they'll take it easy.
Take it easy. Don't be like as reckless as you've always been. Because I mean, let's be real. Naruto's the most reckless shinobi out there. Like,
I mean,
he says he'll end up joining me.
Yeah, as in he'll die.
Yeah, so that's why I think.
Oh, so you mean Kurama's dead is what you're saying? Okay.
Did they ever explain what happened to all the other tailed beasts?
I think they ever, right?
Huh?
I think they're alive.
Yeah, right? Don't they have hosts?
But they never explained anything like what happened. Like, hey, the world is not ending. We're here, the other tailed beasts. I know that Naruto kept a couple of all their chakra inside of him.
Right.
Like he has a little bit of all their chakra so he could talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
But they never really clarify. I know that Shikaku, the one tail, was in like that pot, and like they recently had him on the anime. Right,
he was like a little version of himself.
Yeah, he's in like the pot, and they were like transferring him places.
Mm-hmm.
But where is like everyone else?
Oh,
I'm not sure. Do you know? Clark?
Also, something that kind of annoyed me was that like his Kurama's death, or whatever you want to say it is, was like not dramatic enough.
No, it was very anticlimactic. I agree.
I mean, it's the manga, you know. Just wait till they hit you with that music. The violin.
God damn it. Gets me every time.
Naruto didn't even shed a tear or make like any expression, bro. It was weird.
I think
it was weird. I don't think he thought it was serious. No, you know what it is too? Naruto thought he was dead.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. I don't think he realized what was happening because the shock. He thought that's what he said. You killed my mother and father, jokingly. Thinking like he died. He's now stuck with him in wherever the hell they are, purgatory or wherever, you know.
Yeah.
Shinobi purgatory. But yeah, I think the shock really took over, and he didn't even have time to really react because the next second you see him holding Boruto's hand, or was it Sasuke's? It was one of the twos.
Yeah, I think it was more shocked because he was like, I'm still alive. Like, this isn't fair. I thought I was dead.
Yeah, and that's what Naruto's like, right? He would always sacrifice himself for his comrades any day.
That's why Kurama told him. He's like, I didn't tell you that I would die because you wouldn't have done
That's right, exactly.
That's why he's a D unit.
Yep.
That's right, exactly. That is why he's in. So, what do you guys think about Code and the whole Ishiki thing?
I don't know, man. I hate when they kill. This is basically what they did with what's her face, Kaguya.
Yeah.
Like, this is the villain. Just kidding.
Yeah.
It's this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't even like know who this new guy is, but
he's just
He was
Uh,
he was a defective vessel, right? He was a vessel that was
Yeah.
rejected, and he's been sitting there waiting for his time.
He was-
Essentially,
He was a Jigen simp, and now he's like, my king is dead.
Yeah.
I gotta go avenge him.
exactly. So I'm curious to see where they're gonna go with this. It's weird because like I was talking to a lot of people about the whole, Momoshiki, Papa Sasuke, Kinshiki coming out, and everyone's like, you know what, that'd be a crappy banner to have as an anniversary banner because Boruto's not popular enough. And I really wish they'd marketed better because I actually do enjoy the storyline and where things are going, but it's just Boruto as a character just didn't have any life in him. Like Naruto just did so much more with what they had. But I don't know if it's also because of like the path they were going with the whole, technology and different times and stuff. A lot of people like the old school shinobi way.
You know what it is? I think Naruto was so big that the fan base was like so into the anime, but then they kind of ruined the show towards the end when they kept doing the flashbacks like people were happy it was over because they didn't have to watch any more goddamn flashbacks. So, and then I think when Boruto came out and then the anime came out and they kept doing the whole filler shit, people were like, I can't invest into this for another 800 episodes for you guys to keep doing me like this.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of did it to themselves.
Yeah. No, I agree. Agreed. You do something too much, and they always say there's sometimes such a thing as too much of a good thing is a bad thing. And there's always obviously the bad thing is too much of a bad thing is a bad thing anyway. So you can't win. You got to moderate it pretty well. And I agree that
I think it can do very well because the manga is getting to a point where like it can be very interesting to see how it turns out. Like you still want to know what's happening, but the anime, the actual anime, I think it's too much, man. It's like there's like 10,000 new characters and there's it doesn't match. It doesn't match the Naruto vibes. You're not as invested in these characters.
Right. No, agreed. Yeah, I mean, that's there's a lot going on for Naruto right now, but there's also very little going on. So I really hope that that Tribes picks it up and we also get into the Boruto world a little more.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope I hope Anniversary succeeds, man. I just really do because I don't know, man. Okay, hypothetical, if Anniversary sucks, right? And it literally is
question. I knew you had to ask this question.
If because it's true, it's how I feel.
So
if Anniversary sucks and it's just this, what they announce, and maybe they like announce a new ATB with the Kages, which is what I think they're going for, and there's no new content. Like they don't say anything, and it ends. You get all your reels and all your stuff with Renee. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, what is there left to do?
Yeah. So I'll be honest with you guys. For some odd reason, I've become the gatekeeper of these people quitting. But I have now had about 8 top players quit and tell me they're quitting, and they're asking, what do I do with my account? Well, first off, I don't promote anything with the account, so I'm not saying anything what to do with your account. But the scary aspect of it is, a lot of OGs are quitting. And
and there's nothing.
Yeah, and those guys are the ones carrying the game financially for a long time. So number one, there's that, and number two, I mean, there's always gonna be new whales, new blood coming in, but when you have that knowledge base disappear, and you have noobs taking over, it becomes a lot less friendly and a lot more dangerous as a community, and the game itself suffers. So, yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, this is a typical thing that happens when gachas reach their 1-year mark. A lot of people quit because there's that lull period. There's always, every gacha has a lull period. The only difference with Tribes and every other gacha is there's no announcements to tell us what was happening ahead of time. They should have done that strategically 15 days before to be like, here's what you can expect.
Yeah.
Right? Throw us a goddamn ankle picture. And they're like, this is coming out. We're like, damn, an ankle.
A pixel.
You're right. Put a little waving headband or something. Like, give us something for people to feel like, okay, you guys care about us. But to your question, what happens, and I promised myself this, what happens if Tribe doesn't do well in the anniversary? I told myself I would stop covering Tribes for a little while. Will that realistically happen? Probably not.
I mean, I'll still play every so often, but the investment of so much time and being invested like so much, it's not going to be there. Like, how much can you keep your attention to something that you poke with a stick every day and it just lies there?
Like, listen, I love making content for this game. I do. It truly has been a passion for me for a very long time. I'm actually now hitting my 10th month finally doing this. May is my 1 year anniversary personally on YouTube. And last month, I kid you not, was the first month where I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, it's
Like,
rough.
It hit finally, and I was like, and I remember telling Classy about this, and I was like, Classy, I don't think I want to do this anymore. Told MRN about this, and it's just something. It only happened for a day, and then I kind of then that's when I put up that post being like, what else you guys want me to cover? So I am laying the groundwork to obviously do other things, but you're absolutely right, bro. If this 1 year doesn't pull it off well, you're gonna see a drastic dip in people.
Think about it this way: some servers are already dead.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's like 5 people on it. Some servers are already dead.
Crazy.
If you release an anniversary with just this, and this was the data update, this is what you're giving us, why even open up new servers?
Yeah.
Like, don't bother.
Exactly.
You could tell that this game doesn't have anything like to do because people open new accounts just to experience the first 50 levels again, because that's the most fun.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's why the servers are full. It's just a bunch of people making new accounts, and it's crazy. Like, you guys, they need to do so much to this game. Like, in my head, I know how to make it better.
Yeah.
But they're over there sitting there like, yeah, this is a T tribe.
You know what's hilarious? You know what's crazy though? I will say this: when an ATB does come out, it is a great distraction for everything that's negative. It's a fantastic band-aid. It's a perfect 1 week of like, yo, everybody works together. That's all people focus on. Nothing bad can go wrong, unless you don't do well, obviously. But so like that ATB to come out in the middle of a lull period would be fantastic. Like, they should have done that in February again.
Yep.
Yeah, they did
100%.
nothing in February.
Yeah, they should. Like, February is the worst month. I hate February with a passion because there's really nothing to do in Canada either, because it's, butt naked cold out there. Like, you freeze your ass off doing nothing, and you're stuck at home. And the last thing you want to do is feel like that about a video game.
Are we not going to talk about the Valentine's Day came and they didn't do anything?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Listen, oh my god. Yeah, go ahead and start with that. Vent away on that one.
I'm just saying, all these things have happened, and they're just like, if we don't say anything, they won't get mad.
Yo,
I'm pretty sure Valentine's Day is a thing in Japan too.
it is.
Yeah, no, they have 2 days. They have 1 day for the guys and 1 day for the women.
Yeah, see, it's even bigger then.
Yeah, it's even bigger than here.
They're trolling then.
And it's crazy because like Voltage brought out a wedding Shikamaru.
Oh, I want that.
Did you not see it, Classy?
Well, like, if they release that, I'm gonna wail.
No, but I'm saying, did you see?
No,
the
it was on
version?
Voltage.
Oh yeah. I saw a picture of it.
Yeah. So he actually, and he was apparently like the best free to play character they've had in a very long time. So like, Tribes, like that is what made me think, why the hell would Tribes not do that? And that's why I was all about like the Sakura, because the banner was ending around the same time too, and I was like, no, this is a perfect time to release. And I said, like, I'm hoping a Valentine's Day Sakura would come out. I don't know if they got lazy and they should have been like, oh crap, maybe Sexy Jutsu should have been used for Valentine's Day, so let's just skip this altogether. Like what are you guys thinking? This is a great way to capitalize and promote the game.
And then they skipped an EF banner for no reason.
So actually, no. So there is a reason for this one. There's schemey mofos, and I'll tell you the reason why. Is because they skipped it because they wanted May to come out first, so people pull for May, and they see that Donzo is a link bonus. Then they would bring out Donzo after, so people will pull to get the next rainbow.
Oh,
that was sleazy, and I'll tell you how I know this, because AJ is higher level than I am, but his May's lower power because he's missing Donzo. So I thought about that. I was like, "Oh, you sneaky mofos."
AJ, he wanted to save that just to tell you.
Yeah, we saved the best for last. But no, that was pure business. Like, I thought of that the instant I saw that, and MRN, shout out to him actually. He's the one that made me think about it. He was like, "Do you think that maybe they'll bring it out after May?" And then I'm like, you know what? Chances are Donzo is going to be a link bonus. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then when it happened, I was like, look at this. These guys, and again, link bonuses are so important for that reason. They're making strategies around when to release it. It's crazy. Crazy.
Well, hopefully they have a strategy for anniversary.
Yeah, why don't they?
Hopefully.
Why don't they spend some of that like brain power on something else?
For sure. Rather than trying to take people's money, like, make people stay.
And making every tribe a tea.
Making every tribe a tea. Oh, I'm so mad.
It's true, man. Every tribe is like almost a tea.
It's true. It's 100% true.
Listen, ever since I told you, ever since Minato and Criminal Itachi, it's like everything, they're like, I think it's a T unit.
Yeah.
every good unit has been kind of a T unit. I think this Sasuke is like the first time you're like, oh look, that's an A unit.
Yeah, and it's crazy because they know what they're doing, because the training gem, the third one, the crappiest people who have it are T units. So like, we're gonna release an abundance of them, but we're gonna give them the worst possible training gem section of all of them. Like, thank you guys, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And their character designs have been like really sloppy. Like
yeah,
they're not
totally wrong.
like making the characters unit like their kids fit them like their character. It just doesn't make any sense.
Not even that, but the animation, like you got when you're using 6 tails, not 8 tails, and Onoki, you can see a bun in the tails. Like, are you
Wait, a what?
Yeah, like,
A what?
when you're using the characters, right? Like the 6 tails and the 8 tails, you can only see their tails when you're fighting.
Oh yeah.
Like, make them stand up or something. Like, have a good, the picture shows them on 4s. Like, make them stand up, like, so we can see.
Also, the jutsu animations, some of them have just gotten not so great.
Yeah. There's definitely a little bit of lackluster. The tribes have gotten better. I will say that the tribes actually look a lot better, in my opinion. The art's getting art's hit and miss always. It really is, depending on how they feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the character designs are like, you could simply fit. Like, when you looked at this in the testing environment, and you're like, there's 6 tails only. Like, is that how we're gonna represent our character? Yeah, let's go with that. That's the decision you guys went with. That's crazy.
Like, I really don't like Onoki's 5-star art.
Yeah,
I like his 3-star better.
yeah, he looks better with 3-star.
He looks. I mean, the only cool part is the animation with his atomic jutsu.
Yeah.
But his face, he just looks weird, man. He's just his hands are too big. His face is weird. It's
He's
just
a weird looking dude, man. It looks like Mr. Potato Head in a shinobi outfit.
Sasori takes the cake.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
Mr. 420 Sasori.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 420 Sasori, hands down, man. That man has been going to parties, man. That's why he was crap. He just didn't come out to play. Yeah, no, for sure. And it's things like that upset me. Like, as a player, I want to see my characters. I pull for them for the character design as well too, not just for like their kids, but also care about the character. So when I see tails or when I see a bun or whatever the hell, it just looks so stupid to me.
It's the Pokemon effect. It's like the
A big part of the game is just like collecting the characters.
It is, yeah, 100%.
Not anything else. So
100%.
they better get that right.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, like I really do hope this is all gonna just because of COVID, and it's gonna get all better, and we'll all be laughing about this in the future.
Yeah.
Also, why is Sasuke stunned with a fire jutsu? Like, are they okay?
Yeah, I know. It's so does SMJ as well too, right? With his fire jutsu. So
Yeah, but then Obito doesn't, and he has like a bigger fire
Yeah.
jutsu.
Yeah, like question mark.
like you said, they don't really think about what they're doing in terms of their kids anymore.
Buffet.
Yeah, but, exactly. Line up, guys. There's orders of everything. Pick what you want.
And the stuns is like the seafood section that always gets eaten first, and you have to wait until they restock it, and only some people can get it.
It's funny. Like, I can only imagine they're all sitting around like in a table, and everybody has like cards down on the like side down, and you pick up, and that's the kit. Everyone just picks up a card, and there we go. There's a kit. Perfect. Put it in. You pick a random name and toss it in there. I swear to God, I feel like that's how it is. But you know what, though? Again, at the end of the day, guys, I'm simplifying my thought process. This is a simple game. I'm going to keep it that way. I'm still enjoying it enough to care.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely interest is up because of anniversary,
sure.
and there's no way this is it. They keep saying some, and if some is just ATB, then it's definitely gonna be more.
Well,
I feel
sure.
they got some tricks up their sleeves. They
For
definitely have tricks up their sleeves.
For sure.
They probably hidden some stuff. Like they're a big company. They know how to hide stuff.
For sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree with you. I think we're going to be in for some pretty good surprises personally. So looking forward to it, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Get ready for the next podcast where we all apologize for shitting on tribes because they totally blew us away, or angry.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of where I want to go with that. Is I'm not shitting on this game necessarily. Yeah. I think we're just venting our frustrations, guys, because we've been here from the start. And this, I'm not kidding you. The last month feels like I've been isolated in COVID in game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
It's like you're just sitting there like, hey,
yeah, when are they going to give us our shots and vaccines so we can get out there and play again? Like, that's what I feel like that's happening in-house and in game right now. Like, what am I doing? Like, so and it sucks because like when you invested so much in a game, especially at our age and how busy our lives are, like you don't want to put that same investment in another game knowing that it's only temporary.
So like I do also want to reiterate that I am venting this. I love this game. This game has brought me, all these people that I talk to in our alliance, with Payne and Classy, everyone basically, it has brought so many positives.
Mhm.
It just sucks to see it in this state where there's like really nothing to do.
Yeah.
So it's more venting. Like we don't hate the
No,
game.
exactly.
We like it's a win for all of us if more stuff comes out and we all really enjoy it.
Absolutely. Agreed. Well said. And I'm totally in agreement there with that. And at the same time, guys, like, you have to understand, no matter what you love, there's always a negative aspect. That's life, right?
Mhm.
And it's healthy to talk about the negativity, because that's how you make things better, right? You got to find solutions to these problems. And even though we're not making an impact in game, we can make an impact as a community by knowing what's wrong with it and just working around it. So
yeah, I think that about wraps up this this podcast, huh?
Yep. I think those are great final words to go by. Thank you, Ben Parker, for great power comes great responsibility. Timer.
Yeah.
With that, guys, let's talk about what we normally do. Predictions.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot to add,
Sure.
with great units comes a great shaft.
Yeah, that's actually a very good one. We should actually put that on our title for the podcast going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's start off with Classy. Classy, what do you think, man? What are you thinking for predictions?
Like predicting
next banner.
Oh,
Next
yeah.
banner or any anniversary banners if they're
I think I'm agreeing with Noorret here. Like, this is part of the anniversary, but it's not the whole anniversary. I think there's going to be at least one more banner after this with Hashirama and Madara. Like, they got to do it.
So I have a question for
Maybe
you
my
guys.
hopes are too high.
Everyone's saying Hashirama and Madara. What about Hashirama and Tobirama and then Obito and Madara?
Oh, you mean like 2 banners
Yes.
after this? Even better.
Mm-hmm.
I think if realistically, if this anniversary is going to be the whole month and we get a total of 3 banners, I guess if we get 3 total, I think this would be the starter. Realistically, they have to stick in a Boruto one in there. You can't just go all Naruto. They have to stick in a Boruto one in there, but I do think we're getting Hashirama and Madara. There's no way. I mean, they have the references there. There's references to him in the game. Everyone knows who he is. Everyone's gonna pull for him. It's like it's basically a cash bag that they just haven't released yet. And
Yeah.
but I do think they'll release Boruto. I don't know. They might release Momoshiki and Kinshiki, but those are my only guesses. I wouldn't know what else they would release.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my Papa Sasuke and Momoshiki personally. A lot of people are like, well, what tribe would they have? I mean, they don't need to have a tribe. Like, look at some of the
Yeah, they
characters that
don't.
have come out. Like, Kisame doesn't have a tribe, right? I mean, and some characters who are like Six Tails Naruto has a tribe with Pain. They're enemy.
Mhm.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
it's possible for them to come out and have a tribe in some manner, right? It doesn't have to be like good guys with good guys, bad guys with bad guys.
It doesn't have to make sense. Look at the tribes
Exactly.
that came out.
Exactly.
It's 3 of the same character.
right.
It does not make sense.
That's right.
Wait, is it Papa Sasuke and Momoshiki or Kinshiki?
Papa Sasuke and Momoshiki.
It's Momoshiki.
Kinshiki's
Okay.
just like the sacrificial lamb. Like,
Yeah.
eat me.
Yeah, the Momoshiki fight was with Naruto Kage, Boruto, and
Oh yeah, so that makes sense because they already have.
yeah, they already have the 2 other characters out in that fight, right? So that's what I've been calling for like a month or so.
Yeah, because it literally is there, and the animation is in the
Exactly.
game for the summon. It's been there since day one.
Yeah,
They're
for the
gonna
summon.
pretend the red ball. Yeah, the red ball came out of nowhere, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
Yeah, there's that, and I'm actually starting to think, outside of the Hashirama Madara, I'm starting to think it's going to be Tobirama and Hashirama first, as Hokage's first and second, and then I think we'll see the Obito and Madara right after that. So
Okay.
That'd be
So
cool.
I need to start saving then, basically.
Yeah, not something to get shafted with as well.
that's right. All right, so guys, before we end off here, any projects for either of you?
I'm so busy with like schoolwork right now. It's tough. I've been wanting. I have like a bunch of stuff that's half finished, but I don't know. I don't know if it's ever gonna get made because I've been so busy.
Yeah, relatable. I'm just gonna cover like everything that I've been doing already, just like the daily news and the new characters and stuff. Nothing like special.
Okay. So if you guys haven't checked it out, Karma, I made a community post on there. Put together a minute and 49 second montage of my bloopers from all my
Oh, I saw
videos.
that.
Oh yeah, I saw
I
that.
just watched it.
Yeah. So he's been taking his time and doing that, and I've been throwing him bits and pieces of bait midway through, remembering that he was doing that. So shout out to him for doing that. It's hilarious, and I've become for some reason I'm becoming a very big meme in the tribes community.
I actually mentioned it earlier in the podcast. I said you're just afraid of karma.
Oh, that karma.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant karma as in like the real life karma.
No, I
Oh,
meant
my bad,
karma.
my bad.
I didn't catch that.
No,
I did not catch
I
that.
didn't catch that either. I get it now. Okay.
Yeah, I said it earlier.
Yeah, no. Karma and I are boys. He shout out to him for making that new intro for me as well too for my new games that I'm covering.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Yeah,
that.
I'm actually loving it enough to make it my main intro maybe. So there's that, and then so a couple things to look out for. I know Shiny doesn't like to talk about it because he likes to keep everything hush hush, but there will be a 3-man summon video with myself, Shiny, and Rokage, either probably for the last banner for anniversary, because Rokage is free to play and he was trying to save up. There will be a 7 or 8 person summon video coming up for the Sasuke and the Naruto banner, so keep a lookout for that. It'll be people in my membership program. Shout out to my members as well. Just real quick, guys. Sorry, we're growing like crazy fast now, and we're seeing a lot of amazing results. So, great community, great place to be. And I think we're obviously going to be doing just everything like you mentioned, Classy, just covering the anniversary, everything that's going to be coming out. I also want to collab with you for something. So if you think of anything that you want to do, that you want to be involved in, I'm more than happy to jump on your channel and give you a hand there as well too. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for this. I had a fantastic time. I'm glad we came back. I don't know if we're gonna do this weekly, guys. I kind of enjoy taking a little bit of time off and coming.
Yeah, I think bi-weekly. I think we're gonna go bi-weekly.
Yeah, and I do want to. I think we discussed this. We want to bring in a special guest for the next one before he moves to LA. He's actually got quite a bit of credentials as a voice actor, and I think he's been trained by actually the person who does Madara's voice for the anime. So very excited to have him on. It is. You
should do some lines.
What's that?
You should do some Madara.
Oh
lines.
yeah, that'd be good actually. We should actually ask him to do that. Yeah. So it's actually, if you don't know who he is, he's his name is The Grind. He's the governor in my that's his nickname on Discord, but it's The Grind on YouTube. So check him out. He'll be joining us in 2 weeks from now, I guess, guys. Right? We're saying 2 weeks. Okay,
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And it'll be anniversary time too. So it'll be a perfect time to do it. So
it'll be the best of times.
Exactly. So yeah. So thank you guys, Noorret, Classy, again, gentlemen. Thank you for your time and your effort on all this. I had a great time.
Yeah. Nice to see you guys and see you soon again.
Absolutely.
Adios.
Yep. See you guys.